Hello, friends, and welcome to the Buffalo Social Club. We are coming to you live from our beautiful studio inside Hilbert College. We are so happy to have you with us. My name is Mary Friona, and I'm here with the incomparable Kimberly LaRussa.
Oh, I like that introduction. Thank you very much.
Yes. You're welcome. You look beautiful.
Why, thank you. So do you.
Thank you. How was your week and week?
It was very good. You know, I have been living my best life lately. I have a great mix of work and happy times. So this week I spent a lot of time just doing things I wanted to do, which included, hanging out with friends and enjoying myself in a spa day. And I have no regrets. I'm very happy with that. So I encourage everyone to make sure you have a little bit of happiness in your life too. My friend said to me this weekend, she goes, "Did I see that you went to 2 dinners on Friday?" I said, "I sure as shit did."
Damn, girl.
I don't care. I'm living my best life.
Yeah. What restaurants did you hit?
I went to Santora's for lunch. I love them. Cheesy bread, salad, and sangria. And then I had Canal Club for dinner. Love Canal Club. You love Canal Club. North Tonawanda, yeah. Mm-hmm. Good stuff. How about you?
Good stuff. It was a busy week. Ella and I were extras on the movie that's being shot. Well, I think they're finished now in Lewiston. Mm-hmm. It's called Christmas Rewind, and it comes out, I don't know, around the holidays. And it was so fun. But boy, my 11-year-old, did she learn a lesson about patience and hard work. And it was an 11-hour day for 4 scenes. Mm-hmm. So they kept doing them over and over and over again. And she was just like, wow, they just got to get, and then she was waiting, and she did not complain one time. It was so fun.
Yeah, I'm so happy for her and for you. When you don't realize, I had to do this once for a commercial, you don't realize how many takes it takes to get through one line. Yeah. Because they want it all different ways and different angles so they have more to work with. But it's like, whoa, this took 2 hours from my one line.
Exactly. And we were with Mario Lopez in the scenes, and he is literally the nicest guy. Nice. And he's 52.
It's crazy. He still looks like Slater from Saved by the Bell at 52.
The dimples, the dimples are insane.
The skin.
He's just
His
beautiful.
Hair. He is beautiful. He takes good care of himself.
He
does. He works out a lot.
He definitely does. And then the girl, and I can't remember her name, that plays his girlfriend, the lead role. Mm-hmm. She said to Ella, "Oh my goodness, your jeans are so cute. Was that part of the wardrobe?" And she's like, "No, these are my own jeans. I brought them." It made her day.
Aww.
It made her day.
And this was shot in Lewiston?
It was shot in Lewiston.
Didn't I say that one of the best places to live, I would assume, might be Lewiston that they voted on? And it is, because there's a movie shot there.
It is. And the thing is, they were supposed to shoot this Christmas Village shopping scene outside, but it was so windy that last minute they had to move everything inside of a church. So, but it was it was so beautiful. It was like a Christmas shopping, and we were getting hot cocoa. It was so, I cannot wait for it to come out.
Once in a lifetime experience. Amazing.
Well, hopefully not. Hopefully she continues to get these. She's that's what she wants to do. Mm-hmm. So they needed a parent, so that's why I did it with her. But this is her thing. I don't want to do this. I want to do this, but I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
So, but it was fun.
Yeah. Well, I am so excited today. We have a very magical guest, and I invited this guest because he is very interesting and very successful, but also childhood Kimberly wanted him on today so I can enjoy some magical entertainment. So I'm very excited to welcome Leon Etienne from Magic Rock.
Yes! What's up, guys? Illusionist Leon Etienne here. Check this out. Can you see the ring on my finger? Yeah? Watch. When I take it off and I let go, it jumps right back up on the finger.
Whoa!
Even if I loosen it first and then let go, it still balances right on the finger.
Wow, that's amazing.
And after I do that, everyone says, "Well, Leon, is there something special about the ring?" And there isn't. You can look at it, but you just got to remember, it always jumps right back.
Leon!
On the finger. Here, take a look at it. It really is just a ring, yes?
I'm scared.
Yeah, please don't. It literally is just a piece of metal, yeah?
It is.
All right. Yeah, nothing gimmicked about it.
It's heavy.
And that's the most, it is heavy. And that's the most important thing. People think magic, that it has to be some trick with, it's not. What you see is what you get. So check this out. If I take the ring and I squeeze it, I'm going to use this marker like Harry Potter, like a magic wand. Watch, if I wave and tap, the marker causes the ring to vanish. Then you take the marker and you cause that to vanish. Then the marker comes back like that. And check it out. Could you cup your hands together, please? If I shake,
what?
That ring
That's crazy.
Are you kidding me right now?
Jumps right back out. That's pretty good, yeah?
More than good. That's crazy, man.
It's not bad. It's not bad. But we're just getting warmed up, right? Can I try something with you?
Yeah.
You can stay right where you are. Hold out both hands in front of you like this. Are you left-handed or right-handed?
Right.
Okay, so let's do this. That's a beautiful ring, by the way. Both rings. Right-handed. So with your right hand, make a fist. Your left hand, just relax, put it back in your lap, hang out, whatever you're doing. Watch this very carefully. Nothing funny. I will not touch you, all right? Keep that fist closed. Watch. All I do is draw an X on my hand.
Okay.
Yes? Magic that is up close and intimate like this is the best type of magic, guys. Check it out. Nothing funny. You keep that fist closed. All we do is focus on that X. Watch. I just take and grab. Can get just a little bit of an impression of that X. That's 1, 2, 3.
No way.
Did you feel anything happen?
No.
Keep your hand like that, but open one finger at a time. And slowly turn over and take a look.
That's crazy! What? How the heck did you do that?
And ladies, that's a tattoo.
That's okay.
No, I'm kidding.
I want to remember this forever. It's good for me. Oh my God. Isn't that nuts? That is some cool
nuts.
stuff.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
How long did it take to learn that?
Magic in general or that specific
Both.
trick? Well, I've been doing magic for 30 plus years at this point. I started when I was 12 years old. 30 years exactly. I'm 42 now. Fell in love with it. I was grounded by my mother, bored out of my mind, started reading a magic book, and the rest is history. But let's do one more trick.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's see this.
So, can we do that
This is,
again?
yeah. This is super fun. So again, like what I want people to realize is when you see magic, especially when I'm doing it, what you see is what you get. Like literally this is just a deck of cards, okay? There's nothing funny about it. You could have brought your cards from home. So what you see is what you get, all right? So please take out a card, any one you want. And then you can show it to the camera, show it to yourselves, obviously. All right? And now here's the deal. What you see is what you get, but also I want you to realize that nothing funny is happening. Like what I say I'm doing is actually happening. So I want you to watch carefully. I'm just gonna cut the cards in half.
Okay.
You put your card back there. And
Don't
watch
peek.
how, I'm not gonna
Don't peek.
But watch how fair this is. That card literally goes right back where you put it, right?
Right.
There's nothing like suspicious because
Nothing.
what you see is what you get. Watch. Just think of that card, ladies, because when I snap my fingers, now one card and one card only will actually change color. One card changes color. I love those smiles. I see the wheels turning in the brains. Ladies, for the first time, what was the card you picked?
9 of Hearts.
The 9 of Hearts.
Oh,
Not
wow.
bad. Not bad.
Not bad at all.
Would you do me a favor? Hold your hand out with that X on it. That X is magical. Check it out. Take the 9 of Hearts. Take your other hand, put it on top. And whenever you want, just say stop for me.
Stop.
Right there?
Yeah.
All right, look at that card. Got it? Got it? Got it? Ah, yes. Magic rocks. All right, check it out. All I do is snap my fingers. And again, ladies, one card and one card only will change color. Well, there is still one card in this room that's red. And that has been in your hands the entire time.
There's no way.
And that was your card, the 9 of Hearts. And I have not touched it. But check it out. If I just snap my fingers, lift your hands up,
No way.
and turn it over and take a look.
There it is.
The 6 of Hearts.
There it is.
Exactly.
That's incredible.
That is so good.
Magic rocks.
Magic does rock.
Magic does
I agree.
rock. That is so cool.
That was cool.
I love it. Oh man, I love it. I love it.
Little morning breakfast. How are you? I'm
Yes.
so excited to be here. Magic rocks, guys. Let's go.
Magic does rock.
It really
it's
does.
like 52 pickup when you're a kid and they
Yeah.
do that.
It's a great game.
Trick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except this happened magically.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was great.
It did. I want to know how you got into this line of work as children, me being one of them. You know, I got a magic kit and I thought I could be a magician one day. Not everyone can, but you did it.
Yeah, so I started when I was 12 years old. My grandparents gave me literally the gift of magic. They gave me my first magic kit. And don't ever underestimate the power of a simple gift, because that simple gift that they just gave me, they're like, oh, this might be nice for Leon, right? That completely changed my life. It's led to a 30-year career to this point. I've traveled around the world 8 or 9 times. I've performed on 6 of the 7 continents. But basically because I was grounded by my mother, right? underneath my bed, I had 3 things. I had my fire trucks, I had my hockey equipment, and I had that magic kit from my grandparents. And I opened it up out of pure boredom when I was grounded, and I learned my first magic trick. And I run out of my room, and my mom goes, "What are you doing out of your room? You're grounded, young man." I said, "Mom, pick a card." And she picked it, and I watched this grown woman's mind just right in front of me. And from that day, I was hooked. I never looked back. The only other job I've ever had was I was a paper boy, and I used all that, paid the tip money to buy magic tricks. And I did my first professional show, right? About 3 months after learning that first magic trick, and I've never stopped doing shows.
As a kid,
since.
you were doing professional shows.
Oh yeah. So what happened was word got, my mom talked about it at work, like with her colleagues. Oh, my son's into magic. Sure enough, one of her colleagues goes, "Could Leon come over and do my son's birthday party?" So my mom booked my first gig. And then once I got a taste of that, it was always like, people gonna pay me to do magic tricks? And I just never looked back. And yeah, in college or in high school, I started competing in magic competitions. Yes, they have those. They have a thing it's basically like the Olympics of magic that happens every 3 years. And I started winning these smaller regional competitions, and I won a national competition, and went to college for business management with a focus in marketing. And all my electives were theater. So I got the business side and the show business. And anyone that's in this business will tell you, if you want to be successful, you got to learn the business part, because number one, it's the longer word of show. And it is arguably more important if you're not going to, work with agents and stuff like that. If you want to kind of control your own destiny, you really got to know what's going on behind the scenes.
Yeah, you have to take care of yourself. You have to make sure you know what you're doing. Now, how many people ask you, "Tell me how you did that. Just please tell me how you did that trick"?
Yeah, there's a lot of people that ask how things are done, but I find more often than not, and this is the truth about magic in general, the reason you feel something when you experience it, right, is because it brings that joy, that wonder, that mystery of not knowing. In this day and age, we can all just take out our phones and find the answer to everything we want. So the joy is gone. So what happens is sometimes, and Penn and Teller have done great experiments with this, right? They will literally show the audience how their tricks are done. And it's like popping a balloon. You just get deflated because you're like, oh, it was just a piece of duct tape, or it was just this. And the point is, that's not where the magic doesn't live in the secret. Right? Just like anything in life, the magic lies in how you execute and how you use that secret. So if it is a piece of duct tape, I'm just making this up, but if it is a piece of duct tape, it's not the duct tape, it's how the performer used that duct tape in secret to make like a miracle happen in front of their eyes. Magic is something we experience. It's not something you can find an answer to.
Mm-hmm. Well, when you do your magic, it's your whole face, it's your whole body. It's kind of like there could be a funny joke, but if you're not telling it right, it's not funny.
Mm-hmm.
It's all in the delivery. Yeah, exactly. Like you could have performer A and performer B. They could do the exact same tricks. Like a comedian could do the exact same jokes. And one audience is going to love the way performer A does it. Another audience is going to love the way performer B does it. That's because we all have our own unique personalities and things we're attracted to, right? So totally. It's very much an art form, just like any other performing art, any other fine art. And it's all up to the audience to interpret it how they want.
Do you think that, you're very talented, but do you think that God kind of gave you a gift and then you just ran with it too?
Well, I'll tell you this. I started magic when I was 12 years old. When I was 13 years old, I was playing in a baseball game. And this is a true story. A big storm comes in the middle of the game, and the umpire called the game. And on my way back to the dugout, I was actually struck by lightning. This is not a joke. This is not something I'm making up to be theatrical. It actually happened. As a matter of fact, if you do go on YouTube and want to learn more, just type in Leon lightning strike. And there's a whole thing about it, because it was like a local kid getting struck by lightning at a baseball game. So the news media obviously followed it. And there's literally video footage of me 13 years old, like 2 days after I got out of the hospital, where they're interviewing me on the field to be like, how did it happen? Blah, blah, blah. So yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not saying anything about anything, but the world works in mysterious ways. But what are the odds of a guy with this kind of hair getting struck by lightning? And also, I'm allergic to rabbits, which is God's honest truth. You can't make this up, right? Like Hollywood can't write this. A magician who cannot pull a rabbit out of a hat, struck by lightning. It's like some Harry Potter type stuff. And I'll tell you, as I get more advanced in my career, as I'm 42 now, I'm finding the stuff that means more. Like when I was younger, it's like, okay, how famous can I get? How much money can I get? That whole kind of thing that I think we all go through, like because of society and how we're doing what's thrown at us when we're young and that pressure, right? But the most rewarding stuff now, yes, I still love doing the shows. Yes, I love traveling, but the most rewarding stuff is teaching magic too. I do a lot of school programs now where I will go in and actually teach youth, especially underprivileged youth, how to perform magic and just watching them be empowered. It's like the first time in their life they have something that no one else has, you know? And so that, like, I promise I won't cry, but like that is like so in my core of that I never thought would happen to me. And then also the stories we hear after the shows now, like people with social media can find us very easily. I don't always have time to read them all. Sometimes I'll read them 3-6 months after someone sends them because I just don't have time or I didn't see it at when it first came in. And the stories people share about like what seeing my show that night meant to them or what they were going through personally, and they just needed to laugh. They just needed to have that moment of release that, you know, art can do for people.
And I think I saw that you also sometimes go to a children's hospital and perform for the children that are struggling there.
Yeah, we're just on tour in Memphis, and Memphis Children's Hospital reached out. They have Seacrest Studios. I don't know if you guys have heard about that in the industry, but Ryan Seacrest has a great charity where he sets up real media centers just like this in children's hospitals, and the patients can come down and make their own TV shows.
Aww.
And it's amazing. And they have a full crew that helps these kids bring their ideas to life. And it was like, I'm getting chills thinking about it. It was like one of the most incredible things, like being there and being a guest in that space and being welcome there to perform as the guest entertainer that day was amazing. And I mean, these stories are as bad as you can imagine, but those kids are there and they want to be entertained. They just want to be treated like any other audience member. And when you just do that, it was like, yeah, I do love it. It's if I could just do that, but I would only do that.
That's really special. Yeah. That's really special. So you were on America's Got Talent.
Yep.
That is incredible. What was that experience like?
Yeah, so America's Got Talent was absolutely insane, right? Like when I was on, they were still filming at Radio City Music Hall, so you got two things going. It's the biggest stage on the East Coast, right? So at the time, I think it can hold 6,000 people seated, but of course, AGT throws in people standing there. So I think there was like 8,000 people in there. So that's number one. Number two, my first time there, the director goes during rehearsal, he goes, when that red light comes on, like it's on my camera right now, he goes, when that red light comes on tonight, instantly, there will be 15 million people
no pressure.
watching you. And I don't know if they do that in the early stages of the competition, like see who's gonna break. Like there's some crazy stuff that goes on with these shows. But it was like, real at that moment. I was like, okay, I'm standing on the biggest stage in America. And then also, as soon as that light goes on, it's the biggest TV show in America. And I will say this, the early rounds were very stressful. Not a lot of fun was being had because, you know, I was young. It was like, this could make or break my career. It's not until after you're like, oh, this is just a stepping stone. Like this, it's not all or nothing at this point. But what happened was I actually got eliminated in the semifinals. And then Howard Stern brought me back as his wild card. Oh. And when that happened, because I'd kind of already made peace with the show being over with, when that happened, when I went back, I was like, this is just icing on the cake. Just go have fun. Mm-hmm. And I can see in the episodes, my performances got way better because I wasn't as stressed about it. And that then skyrocketed into about 2 or 3 years of just notoriety and doing a lot of corporate work. It was good for business, obviously, but it's not the end all either, because like there's a lot of acts that have won America's Got Talent that you can't even name right now that aren't working, you know, that aren't in the business anymore. And what I try to do is every 2 to 3 years, we try to get on another national television show because it just helps. And so far, for the last 20 years, I've been able to do that.
Sure.
Well, you did Jimmy Fallon too, which is really cool.
Yeah. So I got the night I did eventually get eliminated for good on America's Got Talent. It happened on live TV. I start walking off, and you can see this in the episode. And Nick Cannon says, "But hold on, Illusionist Leon Etienne." And I'm like, okay. And I can see the teleprompter goes, and it said something like, we got a call after your performance last night, because AGT does the performance night, then the elimination night, right? After your performance last night, from the producers of Jimmy Fallon, and they would love to have you on their show tomorrow night, blah, blah, blah. And Radio City Music Hall is directly across the street from NBC Studios where the Tonight Show is.
Right.
And literally I watched the Radio City, it's such a surreal moment. The Radio City Music Hall stagehands, who are the best in the world, roll my equipment literally across the street in New York. And on the freight elevator, and standing outside the freight elevator, because that's also the same studios where Saturday Night Live is shot, is just Alec Baldwin. And he's just sitting there in broad daylight in middle of Midtown Manhattan, smoking a cigarette. And I go, when am I ever going to get this opportunity? And so I just look at him, I go, what's up, Alan Baldwick? And he goes, hey.
Sounds like him.
Yeah, and then Fallon was incredible. I mean, being on that show, I had to go back and watch it myself because the director fooled me with how he was like me, and I was the performer. Like, wait a second, how did I do that? And he did such a good job of live editing in the moment. The care and nature on that set was unbelievable, and that led to like Penn and Teller Fool Us, which I've been on twice. A show called Wizard Wars, which was on Sci-Fi Network. I currently star on a series called Masters of Illusion, which is on the CW network, and then I just filmed a guest spot in a TV show that just got picked up from Netflix or by Netflix, and a friend of mine wrote a role for me. So I literally go on this episode. It's a whole episode revolving around me. He wrote an episode about illusion. So that's going to come out in probably about 6 months from now.
I'm excited to see it.
Yeah. You never know where it leads, right?
I'll be honest, his story just sounds like lightning bolts everywhere.
Yeah.
Like every time he thinks like, oh, I don't know if I did so great, there's another lightning bolt for him and strikes, and then you do better.
Yeah, I think that's what life is, right? It's just how do we navigate this, right? The ups and downs. And a lot of times some of those downs are like, wait a second, in disguise, it's the best thing that ever happened to you. It really is.
Sure. Oh, for sure. How nice was Jimmy Fallon, though?
Absolutely incredible. The way you see Jimmy on TV is the way he is in real life. So I get there, I finally get settled in, right? We get into the dressing room, which his name's on the building basically, right? Especially now, because this was before he was really big on the Tonight Show. He had just started. And I get this knock on my dressing room door and I say, come in. And he just pokes his head and he goes, hi, I'm Jimmy Fallon. I go,
oh my God.
I know who you are. And he goes, can I come in? And I go, yes, you can come in. It's your dressing room, basically, right? And he goes, I want you to know I really love magic. I don't want you to tell me anything about what's going to happen because I want to be genuinely surprised. But can you do something now? So like what I was doing earlier for you guys, I just did a couple close-up things and he just was just like a little kid and so excited. And that kind of set the mood for the performance that we did during the show.
Now, do you have favorites as far as illusionists or magicians that you kind of love?
Yeah, so I love that question because there's not a commercial name for me. Like a lot of my peers growing up, they'll be like, oh yeah, it was Doug Henning in the 70s and it was David Copperfield in the 80s and 90s. For me, my favorite guy that I grew up watching is a magician from Spain, and his name is Juan Tamarez. And basically, in America, he could walk down the street with no problem. No one would bother him. But in Spain, this guy is a rock star.
Oh my gosh, we were just talking about him this morning. Remember?
Were you really?
No.
You had me for a second.
Yeah, me too. I'm like, I don't think I mentioned him.
But yeah, I saw what really happened for me was after I was grounded and learned that first magic trick, my dad saw, back when the TV guide, right? He goes, hey, there's a magic show on TV tonight. And so what used to happen is on NBC, the night before Thanksgiving, so Thanksgiving Eve, is a time when families are together, right? So these television networks, the major 3 or 4 at the time, they would program, there's some big programming on that night. And one of the shows was called World's Greatest Magic. Okay. And so for 5 years in a row on Thanksgiving Eve, there was a show called World's Greatest Magic where these producers got the best magicians of the world together, and then they would do a 1-hour TV special, right? Mm-hmm. And I saw that special because my dad told me about it. And that took my interest from like, okay, this is cool to like, where's that stuff? That stuff is not in my magic book. That's like the professional grade. And my dad had no idea what to do because I was done with the book. And he literally called up, opened the phone book and saw there was a magic shop in Utica, New York, which is where I'm from. And he called the magic shop. He goes, hi, I'm a baseball coach, right? I don't know anything about magic. My son is really into it. What do I do? And he goes, well, there's actually a magic club in Utica that I had no idea existed. And then it was called still is called the International Brotherhood of Magicians. They have organization and clubs all over the world. There's also a Society of American Magicians. I know this sounds really nerdy, but this all exists.
I love it.
And I went there and these gentlemen and ladies were so encouraging to me. And I know at the time it was not good. Like I was doing okay stuff. But then this one gentleman walked into the room and started doing some tricks. And I'd never seen anything like it. It was like the stuff I saw on TV. And it turned out that he was one of the local magicians in Utica that was a full-time pro, right? And I started taking lessons with him and being mentored by him. And full circle all these years later, now I'm hiring him to perform in my own theater. So
That's crazy.
It's insane. Yeah.
I love that your parents supported you and saw, that you had such a talent and made sure to make those phone calls for you. Because you were doing this when there was no YouTube and things that you could find online and search up. Like, he literally just had his magic book. And then when he learned all those tricks, and it was like, what do I do now?
Yeah, one of the things was when I watched this TV special, one of these guys got on TV and he just took cards and just was able to make them vanish and then appear out of thin air, right? And it's sleight of hand, right? But I had no idea how that happened because that wasn't in my magic book. And I remember one of the first nights I went into the Magic Club, the guy was like, "Oh yeah, we have a VHS video library that if you become a member of our organization, you can check these out like a real library and you can borrow them per month." And I was like, you mean I could learn how to do what that guy did on TV? He's like, yeah. And that was like this hell. But yeah, my dad and mom drove me around to all my first gigs. I was literally, calling people on the phone. My dad would take the messages for me because I was 16. And he was like, okay, what's the address where the party's gonna be? And okay, here's how much Leon's fee is. And so he was doing all that. And then my mom would be driving me to these things. My grandmother made me my first costume. Literally, we went to Joann Fabrics and she said, pick out a magic fabric, and it was like as you'd imagine, a card kind of design. But a week later, she shows up, and it was made into a vest and a matching tie and cummerbund. So,
yeah.
You
still have that
Grandma.
picture?
Oh, do I have it? It's featured in the show every night. I show that
Really?
picture.
I want to see it.
Yeah, I show it every single night.
I guess we could go to the show so I can see it.
Do you still wear the costume?
No, I don't fit in it anymore.
No.
I wore it probably about 10 years ago to a golf tournament that was themed like casino night. And it kind of fit, but it was more for the goofiness of it at the time. But but it is framed in my office. So every time I'm in there working, I remember my grandmother and my grandfather and everyone that helped me along the way. So.
Well, it's a really important message, we have to support our kids and, help them however we can and still be reasonable and tell them, maybe you can't make it a career always, but we're here to support you, and like you did. So that's amazing.
Yeah, and what's the worst thing if they try and fail, right? Like, failure teaches us more than anything. I know people don't love to hear that, but what do all the most successful people in the world say? It's like the only thing they would change about their lives is if they could have failed faster. So okay, if I just had known earlier that this wasn't going to work out, I could have failed and then been on to it quicker. So that's what I've learned from a lot of successful people is if you can fail faster, you'll get to where you want to go a lot quicker.
All right, I think we're going to move on to a game. Are you up for games?
You ready?
I got to be honest, this is the most nervous I've been about anything on TV in a long time.
Well, it makes you feel better. I don't know what game we're playing either, so.
I don't know except for what the monitor says.
Okay.
And it's called Guess the Gibberish, and I have no idea how this works, so we're all going to learn together. I don't know.
So, first one. So, who wants to start? You guys know the
I can do
Oh,
it.
God.
Smoke and me yours.
There you go. Okay, now what does that sound like?
Smoke and me yours. That's what it sounds like.
Great.
Smoke.
It is a magic term. I'll give you a try.
It is?
Okay.
Oh, I got it.
You can do it?
Smoke and mirrors.
Yeah!
Thank you for the articulation, though, because I would not have gotten it.
That was
I like
good.
your articulation.
Thank you for the hint of magic terms.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah, that was a good hint.
That was good. Okay.
Yeah.
No, not only the first one.
Okay, now that you
Now
said
you
that,
get it,
they're all
okay.
coming together.
Okay, all right. Alack of Sam.
You know it.
Alack of Sam.
I don't know.
What does
I'm
a
gonna-
magician do when he casts a spell?
Alakazam!
Yay!
Yeah, look,
Wow, you're
teamwork
good
makes
at
the dream work.
You are
Yes.
good at this.
Well, only because Liz told us these were magic terms. I'd still be going, huh?
The rest aren't, though.
Oh, okay.
Oh!
All right.
Damn,
Leon, that one, the
Leon,
third one's
read it.
yours.
Oh, God, I'm horrible at this. Greatest dove fall dime. Greatest dove fall dime? Am I
Greatest of all time.
Great!
Yes, baby.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Thank you. Stop laughing back there. I told you I'm not good at this. Who's that? Who's this?
Kimberly.
May y'all haunted hint co-wolf.
Hey, my y'all haunted.
May y'all haunted hint co-wolf. I have no idea.
May y'all haunted hint a wolf.
Oh man,
May y'all.
this is like the hardest.
We need some kind of.
Okay, do you want me to? I'll say it how more closely.
Yes, please.
Okay.
Open me.
My alarm didn't.
My alarm didn't go off.
Yeah.
All
so
right.
the key is not to say it the way I do.
All right.
No, I like how you said it.
Your card has been eke-lined.
Your card's
Your
been
It's
declined.
been declined.
Oh,
Yes,
we're getting too good at this now.
this is so
Hate when that
embarrassing. Okay,
happens.
when la I've gifts you've Hemmins? Sorry, I should have kept my glasses on. It's like an eye test. When la I've gifts y'all Hemmins.
That's what it says.
Right.
But what does it really mean? I have
When
no
la
idea.
I've gifts you've
When life gives you lemons.
Nice, very good.
Ladies.
Yeah.
Very
We
good.
can do this all the time.
We can.
This is great.
Wow, that was impressive.
Wow. Thank God you guys were here.
No, you did great. You put us on to a right start because we would have messed that up.
Yeah.
Really bad.
Yeah.
Well, that was so much fun.
That was fun. I love doing those games.
Me too.
I love doing those games. But there's a lot that we want to get to. And our next segment is sponsored by our wonderful friends at William Mattar Law Offices. So we call this Right Here, Right Now. And this is a great opportunity to talk about Niagara Falls, which is where you have your museum and the tourism.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at the difference. We were talking about this the other day on the phone.
Yes.
The difference between the Niagara Falls, Ontario and Niagara Falls, New York.
Yes.
We, on this side, have the more beautiful falls.
True.
So we have to see it from the other side. That might be why they get like 12 million visitors a year and we get 8.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I was asking her that. I'm like, how come everybody says it's better to go over there? And she's like, because we actually have the beautiful falls, so you only can see it from over there. But Canada has a lot of things to do, and I
Yes.
feel like Niagara Falls doesn't. And so you have brought a theater.
Yeah, so we opened the Niagara Falls Magic Theatre last year, and we just celebrated our 1-year anniversary on June 13th. And basically it stemmed from a couple things. I tour extensively for literally the last decade, and we're still doing that as well. But it's kind of like, okay, if we did want to settle down with or slow down with the touring life, what do we do? And there's a massive movement right now around the country of small boutique magic theaters popping up. And I think it's actually because of technology. Like people just want to break from the technology, from always having the answers in their hand. We as human beings are programmed to experience wonder and joy and fun in our lives and not always knowing the answer. It's part of being human. And magic is seeing a huge resurgence. And I think that's partially because of all the technology, all of the TV culture that's happening. People want real life experiences where they can sit in front of someone and experience.
Curiosity.
Yeah, curiosity, yes. And you can watch magic on TV, but nothing replaces the live magic experience. Thus, the Niagara Falls Magic Theatre. We were up there visiting, because I'm not from Western New York originally. I now live in Orchard Park, but I'm from Utica originally. And when my girlfriend and I decided to move back towards her family, we started exploring the area, right? Because I wanted to learn about it. And we went up to the Niagara Falls on the New York side. And there wasn't much to do, especially at night. However, you hop over to the Canadian side, there's casinos, there's theaters, there's family like go-karts and all that stuff, family fun center. And we realized, well, maybe there's a market need here. And we tested it. We tested it and just decided to do a couple shows the first summer without investing in a theater. And the test went well. And then last year we decided an opportunity came up in a hotel where we could have the whole lower level to ourselves. And on a whim, I literally just was like, all right, let's do it. I was actually in Thailand when I got the call. And the landlord was like, are we going to do this or not? And this was like in March. And we didn't have a theater. And he's like, we're supposed to open on Memorial Day, right? And so literally sight unseen, I just said, let's go for it. And before I even got back to the US, the contractors had already started gutting the place. So we took it down to the studs. It was not a theater before. It was an old hotel banquet room, which we now have a 100-seat, beautiful state-of-the-art theater, state-of-the-art lighting, sound system. If you look at our TripAdvisor and Google reviews, a lot of people are comparing it to the quality of Las Vegas, but the intimacy factor is huge because it's not that big of a theater. And we're really proud of it. And I think speaking into the tourism in general, I've only been doing business in Niagara Falls for a short time, but I think we got in on the ground floor. There's a lot of private and public money coming in on the US side within the last 12 months for sure, but I think there's more earmarked. It's because they realize they're losing to Canada. Like, it is so developed in Canada.
Yeah, well, the Niagara Falls portion, they have been saying now for more than a decade, we're going to do the nature and the trails and they now realize, it took them a long time, you don't make a lot of money off of that. So that's why they're starting to say, okay, we need to bring in more business. And it's the small businesses that they want, because not those big conglomerates just aren't ready to put that kind of money in a place like that.
Yeah, I think two things, right? The nature aspect that we do have on the New York side that we are preserving is an asset for sure. But as soon as you step foot out of that state park, you're absolutely right. There's not much to do. I mean, you can go to Hard Rock and have dinner. You can go to one of the other boutique restaurants and have dinner. But then between, let's say you do Maid of the Mist, Cave of the Winds, all of a sudden there's a huge gap between doing those and then the fireworks, which are at 10 p.m. every night, which I do recommend people see. They are truly magical over the falls. But like, what do you do in between then? So our show is scheduled right at 7 p.m. Because it's the perfect like leeway between dinner and then that firework event. But I am excited. Again, I'm an outsider, so I'm not as beat up by all the news that's been, the history that's been there. So I'm trying to bring positivity and an optimistic point of view to it. And so far, the reviews for the show are great. Our numbers aren't like through the roof yet, but we're working with enough smart people to help us get the word out and get the message out. And we're very excited.
We appreciate you for bringing something for people to do. I mean,
Yeah.
Niagara Falls is not too far from me. You grew up there. So yeah, it's appreciated that you picked that area to do something entertaining.
I mean, you have one of the most magical things in the world, literally 500 feet from where our theater is. Like, we're right there. We're right at the entrance of the state park. We're located in the Comfort Inn, which is right there on the corner. And why wouldn't you bring a magic show to one of the most beautiful places in the world? And it really is. Like, in the drive-in, when I come along, it's just like every day I'm just captured by the movement. I know we can all take it for granted. We're all busy in life, but everyone just stop and take a breath sometimes and see what's around us. I think you'll see there's magic everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, the sounds of Niagara Falls are so beautiful. And it is a risk, but I'm so glad you're doing it. And I think you're talking about over $1 billion, tourist industry. You're going to do great, and we're going to support you all the way.
Absolutely.
We love it.
Thank you so much.
Can't wait to see a show. We should go.
Yes.
Yeah,
and then
please.
you have to let people know, though, it's not always Leon there. It's going to be other performers as well.
Yeah, so we are curating. So myself and Chelsea, we are the owners. We are the main headliners most of the time, but we do also have a touring career. Thank you for mentioning that. So what I'm doing when we're not there, I'm curating, handpicking the performers that will step in for us and keep the theater going when we're there. I have a great magician from Niagara Falls named Reese. He's young, he's energetic, he is extremely talented. I didn't have half the talent he has when I was his age, and I mean that. But we're getting him stage time, and he's learning, how to help run the business side of it, which, as I mentioned earlier, is so important. So we're excited about Reese. I actually hired my original mentor is filling in for us this summer, and it was like a full circle moment. I'm getting chills again. Full circle moment for both of us. Like, he was like, Leon, you were that 13-year-old kid that I met, and now you're hiring me to perform in your venue. So we're so excited about that. And then throughout the years, as the year progresses, I'm going to bring in other performers. I think we're also going to start dabbling in some comedy as well. I had a meeting with someone the other night, and they said there hasn't been, to their knowledge, and they're up on the local knowledge in Niagara Falls, there hasn't been a comedy club in Niagara Falls in well over a decade, I would think.
I would think more than that.
I only know the Helium.
Yeah, so I don't know. You're right, Helium then downtown.
That's only one.
But so we may start dabbling in some of that. So maybe we do the magic show at 7 and then a late night comedy or something.
I love that.
I love that.
We'll see where it goes.
Ooh, the sky's the limit.
We'll see.
Sky's the limit. Oh, that's so
I
nice.
know. I'm excited to go.
Yeah, we'll make it a date.
Yep.
A double date.
A double date.
Yeah. Well, congratulations on
Thank
all of
you.
your success.
Thank you for the exposure. It was so wonderful meeting you at Channel 4. I mean, your story's incredible as well. And it's just good people. When good people get in the room with one another, I truly believe anything is possible. And I'm not saying that to be cliche. It is true. It is what it is. Like, the way you look at life is what you're going to get out of it, right?
I think that's a perfect final thought for him.
Yeah.
That was good.
Yeah. I liked what you said before the show, too.
Yes. Yeah, I could. Yeah. So this isn't original to me. I'm sure it's been said by people much smarter than me, but you miss 100%. Sorry, let's try that again. You miss, thank you, camera work. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. And it's so true. Like, what's the worst thing that happens, right? You fail. Okay, big deal. People fail at things all the time, right? Failure is not an awful thing. Failure is a learning experience. So now you know what not to do, right? It's like the light bulb, right? Edison's famous quote is, he didn't, like, what did he try? 1,000 different ways to make a light bulb. He's like, I didn't fail 1,000 times. I just learned 1,000 ways not to make a light bulb. But on 1001, I think it was way more than that. But on 1001, he's like, aha, I got it. And then he changed the universe with it, right? So.
Right. And if he didn't try, we wouldn't have light bulbs.
We'd be in the dark.
We'd be in the dark.
Somebody's got to try this stuff, right? Someone's got to try it.
That's so funny. You want to do yours or mine?
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
I'll go. Okay, so my final thought is really a thank you to Haley Steinfeld, who wrote that beautiful letter to her daughter. I don't know if you guys saw that. Did you see that?
I have not seen it.
She wrote a beautiful letter to her baby girl on her blog, Bow Society. And it really just was about taking that time with your baby, whose name, by the way, is Harper, so beautiful, and really enjoying it and really living in the moment. And she called it the sacred time right now. And it really is. And you know, time is fleeting. It goes by so fast. It's a thief. But you have to take those moments and you really have to embrace them, as tough as they could be sometimes. And it doesn't have to be just motherhood. It could be, you know, your first days in business or whatever it might be. And just take those times, and they may be difficult, but you're never going to get them back, because once that moment's over, you'll have other moments, but never that moment. So you got to really embrace it. And I love that.
That's beautiful, Mary. I love that too. My final thought is, I had a really incredible weekend with amazing women who have been through hardships you couldn't even imagine. And I want to talk about this because, you know, as an adult woman, sometimes it's hard to be friends with other women. Not you, Mary. I love you.
I love you too.
But I say this because, you know, as a woman, I like to just be very vulnerable. I like to be myself. If I love you with my whole heart. And I just want to be Kimberly. I don't want to feel like, oh, I shouldn't have given out that information, or I have to, you know, be very private because I don't know what they're going to do with that. That's not a nice way to live. But sometimes that happens, and a friend you have may, you know, not be so friendly in the end. Well, anyways, I'm on a limo bus with these beautiful women who have been through so much. And my friend Christina put on the radio, Nobody's Gonna Stop Us Now, one of my favorite songs. And we sang this song at the top of our lungs, and as a group of women, we held hands and we were singing to each other. And it was just a really beautiful moment, and it made me realize, like, I don't have to stop being myself because other people might not be as nice. There are beautiful humans out there that'll be there for each other and hold each other's hands and say, nobody's gonna stop us now.
I love that.
Thank you.
I love that. You have to be yourself. You have to just be yourself.
Thank you.
And live in the moment and live your best life.
Live your best life, because we only get one of them. So we have to live it. And we can all enjoy the work that we do. You know, they say that, you know, if you love what you do, you never work a day in your life, but sometimes that means you work all the time.
Right.
But you have to take time to do other stuff. Like, I know you love magic, but you probably have other interests you might love to do.
Pickleball.
Pickleball. Oh, I wouldn't have guessed that. I love that.
So much.
There's actually a pickle festival happening at Riverworks. You should go to. It's pickleball, and then it's all pickle themed, isn't it?
Yep.
I will be there.
You
I
should.
will be there.
You should.
You should. Well, it was so great to meet you.
Great meeting you guys too. Thank you so much for having me. Truly appreciate it.
Thank you, and good luck. Any more tricks up your sleeve?
I think the biggest trick that I'm working on now is getting people to come visit us at the theater. You can go to nfmagic.com. That's Niagara Falls. So nfmagic.com and see our whole schedule there.
I love that.
All right.
And I love my tattoo
Yes.
from Leon.
Yes.
That stays forever.
Yeah, and I'm glad it does. This is a memory I'm going to keep forever.
All right. And we are so appreciative of all of our fans and friends that join us every week. We hope you have the best day ever, and we will see you next Tuesday right here at the Bethel Social Club.